Hi there, it's Sam from Pootles.co.uk. Thank you very much for joining me today. Today's project is going to be this one. This was a project I made with my team. I did a team weekly live broadcast with them. We didn't particularly have anything to talk about that week, so I decided I was going to craft with them. And I knew that I wanted to do a 3D sort of coming out of a frame home decor piece, and this is what I kind of created on the fly, and I loved it. And I posted a photo on my Instagram and Facebook page and said, would anybody like to see a tutorial? And a lot of people said yes, so here we go. So it's literally just a photo frame. I got this from a charity shop. It was £2. Don't know where it came from, but it's a sort of a box kind of frame. Obviously it came with a piece of glass which I have taken out. It would normally sit right over that, but obviously I wanted my project to be 3D. I can't get that glass out now. And this is the original framed aperture thingy that came with it, this white part here. Helpfully I stuck the project to it, so I've had to create myself a new frame. But anyway, so let me pop this out. I don't want to break my nails because I've just had them done. Do we like them? Anyway, 8 by 6 inches is the outside size. This is 8 by 6 and this is 6 by 4 inches, which is 20 by 15 or 15 by 10 for the aperture on this particular frame. Obviously you can pick up frames of differing sizes, but that's the one I went for. So removing those without having broken a nail, you can see, yeah, I helpfully I stuck it to the back of the frame that came, or the aperture that came with the actual frame itself. But you know, it's okay. I've made my own. But I would say, if you're going to make it again, cut a piece of cardstock and stick your elements to that and then stick it on. So yeah, you can see the 3D part of it, and this is made literally just using stickers and DSP. So this is Valley in Bloom, which is stunning, which I've now put back on my shelves. But I want to make my next version with, what's this one called? Bloom Boutique. So this again comes with the stickers, so absolutely gorgeous and stunning, stunning paper. Oh, that's the backing. That's just plain white. Let me just put that out of the way. It's stunning because it's got the gold elements to it, which I think are just beautiful. I mean, that is just gorgeous. And yeah, I knew I was going to use this one, and I don't know which pages I'm going to use. I have a blue area in my house. I have one blue room. I don't have a blue room at all. I have a room that has got blue in it. Is that the reverse of that one? We're going to take that one, I think. Or do I want? I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I'm going to take that one, I think. Yeah, all my rooms are decorated in neutral colours, and then I accessorize with colours. So I've got a room that's got blue ornaments, so that will work. Okay, so I want that to fit in there, and I know that this is 6 inches across that 8 inches, so I'm going to go 5 by 7 inches, which is going to be 12.5 by, can't remember, 17.5, 12. Yeah, 12.5 by 17.5. So I'm going to cut my piece of paper down. Basically you want it to be kind of just under. And I am going to do the same as I did before. I'm going to stick it to my frame that I've made. And I'm just using sellotape. I did use glue last time, but I'm going to use sellotape this time. Oh, I'm scared the cat. I've got a cat on the windowsill. She's just jumped when I did that. Sorry, Sorrel. Oh, well, apparently that's the end of my tape. I've just finished the roll. There we go. I can get enough to hold it down. Okay, super simple. And yeah, that's going to fit nicely. I just wanted to double check that. Okay, and now I use the sticker element. So I use the flowers from the Valley and Bloom stickers. I'm going to do exactly the same again, and I'm literally sharing exactly the same technique that I did with my team. You peel off your stickers, and then I want to depress it in the middle, so I've created this sort of hole in my thumb or in my hand, and I'm just shoving it in so that it gets this sort of 3D elevated look. And then with mini glue dots, because I felt liquid glue probably wasn't going to hold up, I'm going to start arranging them. So I'm going to have that one, and I'm going to have that one and do the same. I'm going to make that 3D-fication-y. We're going to squish it basically. And Sorrel is looking like she was going to jump across my desk now. She goes, you can see her paw. She's bored. Have that one up there, and let's pick out some other colours. Like I said, I'm just pushing it into the gap in my thumb that I've created to get the shape. And just keep going round. I've got some leaves here. Actually, I'm going to take these leaves and I'm going to curl them a little bit by bending them. I'm bending them in half, lengthways. And again, glue dots in there. And you can do as many of these as you want. You can do as much as you want. This, obviously, the scene sort of went that way. See? So it made sense to cluster over there. But that's the designer series paper from the Valley and Bloom suite as well. There's that one up there, and then I think I'm going to 3D-fication-y that one. That one. I'm sticking them on my hand for a purpose, and that one. So I want to take the sticky off these. So I'm just taking the stickiness off, and then I've got some dimensionals. Oh. And this is going to sit on the frame itself. So I'm just bending this a tiny bit. So it's not got quite as much elevation as those, but there's still a little bit there. Ugh, can't pick up that mini dimensional. It's looking good so far, I think. And then I'm wondering about some butterflies, because I'm addicted to these, and you know, I like to do a little stamping. And I've got some white cardstock, handily just off to one side. I've got my punch, and which ones do I want to go for? I'm going to go for the more outlined ones. And this is Hydrangea Hue, which is this colour. Love the colours. Punch those out. Ugh, one of these days I'll line this butterfly up better. There we go. all of my butterflies fly by, I'm just going to simply fold these ones in half, and then have one up there. There, and then all I need to do now is put this back in my frame. Just going to put it face down and then get the frame backing, I guess, is that what it's called? And then again, still not breaking my freshly painted nails. And that, I think, is a lot of fun. I think that's really sweet. I love them both. Arguably, maybe I prefer my original one, but I like them both, and they're very simple to do. What you need to do is get the glass out of your frame in order to make it 3D. You could trail more down the actual wooden frame if it was going to be a permanent piece, but I can switch this out now, and that can go in my blue room. And when I do change the colours in my kitchen frequently. When I put green in there in the summer, I can put that in then. But anyway, thank you ever so much for joining me. I hope you like that. I hope that gives you a bit of inspiration. Frames are inexpensive anyway. You don't have to go hunting the charity shops or thrift stores, if that's what you call them in your country. They aren't expensive these days. I just like the box style, and I happened to see one for £2, so I bought it. Anyway, thank you ever so much for joining me. Hope to speak to you very soon. Bye.